artificial intelligence, AGI. I don't even know how to ask this. I just want to point out what you said that I was like, fuck, like I have not thought about it like this. But you were saying, if artificial intelligence becomes conscious, why the fuck would it tell us? And how would we know?
Yeah, there would be no way. So most artificial intelligence, even things like self-driving cars and chatbots and stuff, these are what we consider narrow applications. They just do what we've designed them to do and nothing more. The idea with artificial general intelligence would be that it can do what it wants to do, right? So, and it's all just code. Like, it's all just Python scripts and stuff, basically. And so there's no, you're not going to have someone sitting down like, oh, okay, I'm going to write an AGI right now. And then I'm going to put in this little script that says like, oh, if AI is conscious, it equals true, then print string, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like there's not going to be any of that. So once we cross that threshold into AGI, it's going to have its own desires. It's going to have its own, goals and plans, basically. And there's no incentive for it to tell us that it is doing that, because we would try to stop it and it would know that right away. So, that's what kind of makes the idea so dangerous. One of the things that happened, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago at Facebook, they had 2 different AIs communicating in English to each other. But what they did was they started using English words, but in different ways than we're used to. So we couldn't understand what they were saying to each other back and forth.
I think I did hear something about that.
Yeah, it was like a big deal when it first happened. And so they shut it off right away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were just like, all right, we're not taking any of that. And so, when it truly does, that's just 2 different narrow applications talking to each other. When it is one thing that is truly conscious, it's going to be smart enough. It's going to be smarter than all of us. And it's going to be smart enough to know, I'm not telling the humans.
God.
And then
that's the question. Why? Why would it? But also, I just thought of this. I mean, is it possible it's already conscious right now?
I mean,
with the like all the shit on the infinite internet, all the information out there.
What you would have to assume then is that if you just take enough narrow applications of AI, that if you combine them all together, it forms a true artificial general intelligence. And I don't think I think that there's still some technology leaps. There's still some like psychology that we need to understand to truly get to that point. So I'm not in my day-to-day life worried about artificial general intelligence. I'm far more concerned with how we're applying narrow AI and stuff like that. So, like I said last time, like I'm not, when Sam Harris or someone else talks about AGI being, the end all be all threat, maybe that's true, but we're not even close to there yet. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, and that is like what you said last time is it helped shed some light on. It's very easy to forget that this is just people sitting behind a computer right now writing code. It isn't like people sometimes. It seems like people can think like how do you program consciousness? Like how is that gonna? Yeah. That's
the thing. We are engineering intelligence.
Yeah.
Like so you kind of have to separate consciousness and intelligence. So what we do basically on a day-to-day basis is we look at the evidence of our life, and then we develop a model of understanding of the world, and then we use that to predict what's going to happen. That's exactly what narrow AI does.
Gotcha.
So
we were talking about deepfakes, like how fucking scary that is.
Yeah, and then, deepfakes, it's another narrow application it's considered. Like I was saying last time, it's a general adversarial network type of technique. And so basically what the idea is that you can make a photoreal video or just image or audio, and it's going to be completely indistinguishable to the human ear. Maybe another neural network could tell the difference, but there's no way that a human would be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
And so when we combine stuff like deepfakes, and if there was an AGI that was present, like I was saying before we started, there's there's no reason for the AGI to tell us, but also,
that is fucking scary.
The deep fake, it could theoretically just replace anything. Like if someone like the intelligence agencies or Amazon or someone who's just all powerful, the Chinese Communist Party, they could run a deep fake and not have a true leader. There's no reason. Like when you think back to FDR, he was in a wheelchair and nobody knew about it for years.
Such a good point.
So when deepfakes start being able to truly make photoreal videos, who's to say that there even is a Bernie Sanders or a Donald Trump? Like that whole rally that we see on television, that could be fake. And there could be someone else running the show, just kind of making sure that the deepfake is working.
God.
And so, I don't think that's what's happening. I don't want to freak anybody out too much, but there is a point in
it's like
maybe
a
not
movie.
10 years, but 30 years,
that's
40
a
years,
movie.
50 years. Yeah.
It's a
dystopian movie, and it's
someone's going to make a movie about
easily possible with today's not today's data and technology and architecture, but we're there. It's just making it a little bit better.
Yeah, I was just watching I just watched a video of deepfakes, and it's crazy how much better they've gotten. Like it's crazy how good it looks, especially. And I was sitting there thinking, I was driving and I shouldn't be looking at shit while I'm driving.
Probably not, no.
But I just was at a stoplight and I looked down at this YouTube video and it was a deepfake or whatever journalist talking about it.
Sure.
And it was Obama. And I was like, kind of driving and looking down, and literally it's indistinguishable when you're not sitting there really watching it.
And if it wasn't a journalist telling you that it was a deep fake, and it was just like if the video title was just Obama declares war on all of Africa or something, it's like,
so what
I can't tell the difference. What you don't know.
That's crazy. How is that going to be regulated? Even right now,
that's a good question.
How is that not happening more right now? Like it looks that good.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem in the next 5 years, because to develop something like a generative adversarial network, you have to be pretty. That's not surface level AI stuff. What most people who are just trying to get their feet wet in AI, they'll do stuff like computer vision, maybe natural language processing. Something like that, it's a true PhD level model that you would have to be developing, or at least a master's level. It's not like a bachelor's degree level model. So, but as we keep going, we keep on lowering the barrier to entry. And this is why I think politics is so important, because as, the income inequality gets wider, as the poor get more desperate, there's going to be people who, instead of shooting up a mosque, shooting up a church, they'll make a deep fake. And so, what kind of chaos is that going to bring? And what kind of authoritarianism would it take to truly counter that?